and welcome to the annual report for 2012 to 2013. My name is Jennifer Lee, and I have served as the past chair for the 2012 to 2013 term. So this year we've had a total of 38 General Assembly members, forming 7 subcommittees, which are Environment and Transportation, Communications, Recreation, and Policy. We've had 3 new subcommittees as well, which are Recreation, Engagement, and Equality. So this year we've had a very busy year, full of projects that were run by CEYC members along with other well-known organizations such as CBC and AMA. To name a few of these projects, we've had the Youth Career Symposium, as well as What Are You Doing Behind the Wheel campaign, and the screening of the movie Bully through the Combat Crime Project. And we've also had many successful internal events, most of which will be talked about by our subcommittee chairs. Lastly, we've been working with Councillor Iveson on his strategy for engaging youth in Edmonton, which we hope to continue for the upcoming year.
Hi, my name is Mimi Liu. This past year was my second year on the City of Edmonton Youth Council, and my first year serving as member-at-large for the Executive Committee, as well as my first year as chair for the Communications Subcommittee. So for the past year, the objectives for communications really fall into 2 overarching goals. One was to increase communication from CEYC to youth in Edmonton, and the second was the inverse, where we hope to have more youth input back into CEYC. Pertaining to the first goal, we really try to explore using social media as a platform for keeping youth in our city updated and aware of CEYC initiatives and projects, as well as different events and issues in Edmonton that were relevant to our youth today. And so this included things from Facebook posts to blog updates to Twitter posts. In relation to the second, we were kind of looking to have more youth input back into CEYC, and so we tried to address this by using a survey to target different issues and address different questions relevant to last year's subcommittees, trying to sort of have more youth input into events and issues that were relevant to subcommittees today so that they could be better integrated into producing more long-term projects. So that was really a quick summary of what communications did last year, and I will be returning for next year as chair for communications, and I'm really excited, and I hope that we can hit the ground running, hopefully strengthen our current channels of communication and expand them to including more youth in Edmonton today.
Hi, I'm Ella Lin. I had the honor of serving as Vice Chair membership in this past 2012-2013 term, as well as the co-chair on the Recreation Subcommittee, which was actually initiated by 2 young members on the General Assembly. After recruitment last August, we were able to complete our current team of 35 members, and late January, a self-evaluation was completed by every individual. As for the Recreation Subcommittee, we put on a photo scavenger hunt in West Edmonton Mall in the middle of winter, and about 20 junior high and high school students showed up with their self-made teams. The feedback was nothing but positive, so we really hope to see this event happen again next year. This will be my last year on the City of Edmonton Youth Council, and I hope to continue working with every member of the General Assembly while serving with the Transportation as well as the Recreation Subcommittee. Now, a big thank you to our coordinator Ian this past year for all his help and support, as well as City Council for your support.
Hi, my name is Salma Omala. I was a member-at-large of the executive this year, and I was also chairing the literacy subcommittee for the second time. So this year we built on a lot of the work that we did last year by continuing the My Edmonton writing competition. So we asked junior high and high school students to write about what made them feel connected to Edmonton. We got about 50 submissions from youth around the city, and we worked with the Edmonton Journal, LitFest, and the Literacy and Learning Day Society to narrow it down to a list of 6 winners who had their work published in print and online. So it was a really exciting opportunity to see the diversity of viewpoints that youth held in Edmonton. At the same time, we were able to connect these youth to a network of local writers and local journalists. Another initiative that we started this year is that we started looking into literacy programs in Edmonton and in other cities, and we came up with a list of basic reflections and recommendations on strategies that work in promoting literacy on a community and a municipal level. So that's work we really hope to build on in the coming year. I won't be returning to the executive next year, but I will be returning General Assembly member. So I'm really excited to see how our new executive builds on the work that we did last year. And I'm really grateful to our coordinator Ian, the other youth council members, and Councillor Iveson for giving me this great opportunity to be on the executive youth council.
Hi counselors, my name is Megan Avalpadas. And this is going to be my 4th term on the Edmonton Youth Council. This will also be my 3rd term as Vice Chair of Representation. This last year on Youth Council has been really exciting. We've tried to do a lot with Youth Week. We had a Battle of the Bands in Churchill Square, which you might have heard of. It was really great, and seeing the smiling faces of many of the band members was absolutely priceless. We also kept going with Project Vocalize, which was a project where we went to different schools and educated the students on how to fight apathy in their community and just talked about the different issues in their communities. That's basically what my goals were for this year, were just to reach out to the youth in Edmonton and really get them involved with fun activities like our Battle of the Bands and other events like that. Next year, what we really want to do is have students from different parts of the city look over our mission and mandate, so we know that what the Youth Council is doing really pertains to what students want to see from us in the city and what the youth want to see us doing. So that's what our goals are for next year. Hi, my name is Caitlin Guzzo. And I served as Vice Chair Policy during the 2012-2013 term. During my 3rd year on the City of Edmonton Youth Council, I chaired the Policy Subcommittee for the 2nd time, building upon our previous accomplishments and working towards vocalizing the youth voice in Edmonton. Continuing our annual tradition of mock council, we once again congregated in council chambers to discuss local issues that affect youth in our city. The mayor, several councillors, city administration, and a great deal of media were in attendance, all of whom helped to make mock council a huge success and an amazing experience for all involved. In fact, many of the initiatives discussed during last year's mock council are being brought to fruition in our city today. GPS tracking is being piloted on ETS buses, and solar-powered compactors are being implemented on White Avenue. In addition to our usual inter-CEYC mock council, we also laid the groundwork for a Youth Week edition, in which youth of the general public can come together to voice their diverse opinions on municipal issues. Nearing the end of the term, we contributed our feedback and suggestions to the Next Gen engagement strategy, which endeavors to aid in creating vibrant, involved communities in our city. Next year, I am honored to return as Chair of the City of Edmonton Youth Council, and I plan on increasing engagement within the CEYC by using project-based initiatives whereby we can simultaneously affect positive change within the City of Edmonton Youth Council and amongst all youth in the city.
Hi, I'm Ashika, and this is my 5th year on Youth Council and my 1st year serving as an executive at large. So my big goal for this year in terms of the executive was to really bring the GA perspective to the executive council, to really talk to them about what it's like to be a GA member and to ensure that the GA voice was heard on the executive council. I also really focused on the equity committee. It was a very new committee, we were just growing, so we had lots of interest and a very passionate group of people, but unfortunately weren't able to pull off an event this year. However, I do foresee in the future there being a high chance of many events being held, not just about homelessness, but also about gender inequality issues as well as racial inequality issues, and I think that's extremely important, and I'm proud to see that on a youth council. It's going to be very different for me not being on youth council next year. I've had an amazing journey, and I really do foresee lots of great things coming out of the council next year.
So that concludes the annual report for 2012 to 2013. On behalf of all our Youth Council members, I'd like to thank our coordinator as well as our councillors, Councillor Dia and Councillor Iveson, for supporting us along the way. Unfortunately, it'll be my last year on CEYC. However, I look forward to everything that CEYC has planned for the upcoming years.